seemed to be long and ever-changing. She found it hard to keep up. She remembered a time not so long ago when this same boy who now seemed to hold her in such contempt ran out of the school gates and straight into her arms, keen to show her whatever he had made that day, while rummaging in her pockets for snacks. Upon discovering a treat, he would reward her with a kiss on the cheek and place his plump little hand inside hers for the walk back to the car. She looked at the tall, muscular boy, trying to sink down below the level of the dashboard while texting furiously, and felt a flush of sadness. What wouldn't she give to feel those chubby little arms around her neck one more time? Thankfully, the internet had proved to be her parenting buddy. The many forums she could dip into, asking the anonymous question, "Why does my teenager hate me?" offered reassurance by the bucket load that he didn't hate her, far from it, but was going through a stage of discovery where his love for his mum might at times feel a little repulsive. But it was just a phase. Nina was happy she was not alone. The messages that most gladdened her heart were those that repeated the wisdom, "I have been through this. He will come back to you. He will open up. You'll see." She longed for the day when she'd once again be a person of interest in his life, and not just the inept and profoundly embarrassing cook and chauffeur. "Have a great day! See you later!" she called out as her boys climbed from the car. Connor strolled confidently ahead, with Declan trotting behind him on the path, happy to follow in his wake. She shopped for groceries, lobbing smoked salmon and dainty petit four into her basket. Back home, she tackled 2 of the never-diminishing dirty clothes mountains that grew in her laundry room, and ran the vacuum over the acres of flooring in their large farmhouse. Finn had suggested more than once that she get help with the housework, but this idea rankled. It was her thing, her job, for want of a better description, and she enjoyed it. It was early afternoon by the time she pulled back into the boys' school and killed the car engine. Looking at her reflection in the rearview mirror, she took a deep breath, then exhaled through pursed lips. Steeling herself, she rubbed her palm over the waistband of her jeans, trying to quieten the familiar flutter of nerves as she parked her shiny off-roader among the other sleek models. A car like this was part of the standard requirement when you were a King's Norton College parent, along with a confident stride, the right accent, and a weighty bauble or 2 glinting on your fingers and dangling from your wrist. She had been gifted the car and the jewellery, but the other 2 items had proved a little harder to attain. Closing her eyes, she damned the anxiety that left her feeling flustered. After spritzing her favoured Chanel behind her ears and over her throat, she grabbed her padded jacket from the back seat. The January ground was still hard, and despite the bright blue sky, a chill wind whipped across the playing field. She hesitated at the mini lunchbox, containing a bottle of water, a ham and cheese sandwich, and a bar of chocolate that sat on the passenger seat. She wasn't sure of the etiquette when playing with the A-team. This was the first time for Connor, and therefore a big deal for her sports-loving boy. Her instinct had been to prepare snacks, but she was wary of doing the wrong thing, like her earlier waving antics. The thought of embarrassing him or herself sent heat to her face. Smiling now at the absurdity of her concerns, she thought how ridiculous it was that whether to take a snack or not felt like a decision of such mammoth proportions. She left the lunchbox where it was. She could always nip back for it. Hitching her handbag onto her shoulder, she trudged from the car park to the rugby field. Glancing at her watch, she saw it was 1:50. Kick-off was at 2 p.m. There was just enough time to go and find a good place to stand, where Finn would be able to see her easily when he arrived. He'd promised Connor last night he would come. She wished he would hurry up. Nina put her phone in her pocket. It was a useful tool for avoiding eye contact with other parents. The sports field was busy. Clearly the top team was a big draw. She had never seen quite so many spectators. Her stomach bunched.